The UK Talent Team is a collaboration between UK Sport and the English Institute of Sport. We're a team of practitioners, sports science practitioners who work in partnership with sports to develop their talent identification and development systems. Yeah, we were formed in late 2006. There was a transfer of responsibilities for development within the world-class system from Sport England over to UK Sport in 2006, and our team was formed on the back of that to work with sports to really drive forward the area of development and talent identification within the world-class programmes. So we started off with some pilot projects looking at how we could best support sports looking forwards to 2012 and beyond. One of the first things we did was launch a national recruitment campaign. It was the first national talent recruitment campaign that had been done, called Sporting Giants. We launched it in Trafalgar Square back in February 2007, fronted by Steve Redgrave, obviously our most successful Olympian, and it was a call to arms really for very tall athletes to come forward and be tested for three sports, for rowing, handball and volleyball, to see whether we could find some people with some very special talents who we could develop in time for 2012. For Sporting Giants, we had an amazing response from the public, bigger than we ever thought it was going to be. We had over 3,500 applicants to start off with. When we trimmed that down, we tested around 1,500 athletes for those three sports, rowing, handball and volleyball, and then we also tested some for canoeing afterwards as well. And we ended up with around 100 going into world-class talent development programmes. And from that 100 who started off and went through a series of testing and trialling a talent confirmation phase, 11 of those are going to the Games. It's a very tight time frame. We started off in 2007, and we knew we had 5 years essentially till the home Olympic Games, and that was 5 years to go through the whole testing and trialling process and actually integrate them into the sport, and then obviously get them up to a international senior level, which is pretty tough. But we worked with some very good coaches from the various different sports. We went through a very rigorous process of testing, trialling, using both scientific techniques and also coaching eye, kind of more coaching art side of things. And at every stage we whittled the numbers down and really looked at what talent profile we needed for the particular sport to ensure that we could find athletes that had exactly the right attributes we were looking for. They then went into some very specialised development programmes, so coaches that we were working with put some very special environments together to really drive forward and accelerate development, and it's proved to be successful. And the athletes who are going to the Games have already had some pretty notable performances. So Helen Glover and Vicky Thornley, who are the rowing athletes, have both already won senior world championship medals, so they are in the mix to compete for medals in the Games. Yeah, so for Sporting Giants, we've had 6 who are going for handball to the Games, and another 2 who are going to canoeing, and 2 for rowing. Yeah, I think for the team, to have 11 athletes selected for the Games who came through our programmes is a real kind of sense of satisfaction. We worked in partnership with the sports to put those programmes together, and I think the coaches who obviously coach those athletes should take most of the credit, but it does give you a pretty good feeling to know that because of a programme that the team ran, we've got those athletes to the Games. So Sporting Giants was our first big campaign. It really provided us with a platform, I guess, to raise the profile of talent identification and development within the UK. Since then, we've run 6 other national recruitment campaigns across a variety of different sports, and both Olympic and Paralympic, and we've now had 49 athletes who've competed internationally coming through from those campaigns. So whilst we've got 11 athletes in the 2012 Games, we've also got some athletes that will be in the mix for the Winter Games in 2014, and also hopefully for the Rio Games in 2016. So it doesn't stop with Sporting Giants, there's more coming through. As we move into the next cycle, we will look at some further campaigns along with our other work in talent ID and development that we'll be doing. One of those is likely to be another martial arts focused programme with Taekwondo. So we had Fighting Chance back in 2009, and a number of athletes went into the Taekwondo Academy up in Manchester from that programme, one of whom is going to the Games in London. So that's been a pretty good success in a sport where perhaps it's not traditionally thought that you could go out and kind of do a talent transfer or a talent identification programme, but Fighting Chance has shown that you can do that if you put the right kind of programme together. So it's likely that we'll run another one of those moving into the next cycle, and potentially some others as well.